Hey, everybody's favorite attorney here, Brandon Grysko. Wanted to talk a little bit about terms and conditions for vendor contracts and for third-party services and why it's so critically important to get those reviewed by legal counsel before you lock yourselves into something that becomes very difficult to get out of or even painful in some cases to get out of. So I get this question a ton. Brandon, why should I pay you to review these terms and conditions? Aren't they just standard boilerplate terms and conditions? At least that's what the sales guy told me. Well, of course, the salesperson often working on commission is going to tell you that those terms and conditions are boilerplate, and that you should just agree to them and that they very infrequently have problems with them and things like that. However, some things you need to be aware of. One issue in particular that just keeps coming up over and over again for clients is this. You sign up with a company for some third-party product or service, right? And they have you agree to their terms and conditions. So you review them very carefully, and maybe you even have your attorney assist you with that. And then somewhere down the line, you decide, okay, those are the terms and conditions that apply. We're going to cancel services. All right. And so maybe there's a 30-day termination clause or something like that. Well, then you go to cancel services and you find out, oh, well, actually, we update our terms and conditions periodically. So really, the terms that are applicable to your situation are actually not the same terms that you signed up with, but rather we've been sending you notices on our invoices, letting you know that we've updated our terms and conditions. So now actually you have to give 60 days notice to get out or 90 days notice, or actually you're locked in for a full year contract. And so now there's liquidated damages or an early termination fee or something like that that's going to apply. So folks, when you go to sign on with a vendor, with a third party to provide services for your business or software or products or anything like that, you got to be really careful. The terms that you sign on day one might not necessarily be the terms that you end up with when you're ready to get out of the deal. So you really want to be careful about making sure that there's not a clause buried in your terms and conditions somewhere that allows that vendor to just update their terms by sending you a web link. And you've agreed to it sometimes without even necessarily knowing it. So something to look out for, folks. Again, Brandon Grysko, if you have questions about your terms and conditions, give us a call, 248-380-0000.